Hi, this is my getting to know you project. First of all, my name is Erin Mendoza Martinez. I'm in your 11 o'clock intro to philosophy class, and then this is a photo of me. I took this with a little camera, like a Sony one. So where am I from? I'm actually from here, born and raised. I'm from Sterling, Colorado. Who am I closest to back home? I'm closest to my older sister named Erica. She lives with me currently, but she's gonna get married in August, so it's pretty neat. She's gonna leave pretty soon. That's pretty cool. My favorite memory from break, I had a sleepover with my best friend. Her name is Kira. It's the first sleepover I've ever had in a while, and I thought it was gonna suck booty cheeks, but it actually didn't. It was actually pretty fun, and we've had like three in total now, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so philosophy. Why am I taking this class? So I wanted to take this class because I was trying to figure out things because I'm at a point in life where I'm like, oh, I don't really know like what I want to like think about or you know what I mean. And I also had an interest in philosophy just because like I don't know. I feel like philosophy is like interesting because it's something like you don't really think about and like being in your class like I've had like some like I went woke. Basic no, not woke like as in like okay, like I went whoa, like I was like whoa, like I've never thought about these things before, and also because of Reddit, because I was on Reddit trying to figure out like what I should do, and like whenever I'm like confused and stuff, I'll like go on the web and I'll search up how to da da da, and then I'll put Reddit at the end, and then they were like, oh, like you should take a philosophy class, like, cause cause I wanted to figure out my major. Oh, like going to that, like my background in philosophy. I don't really have a background. The only thing I do is I watched a TikTok about John Descartes. I don't know. Descartes, something like that. But it was about this like they were like high, like the both of them, and then he was like, "Bro, are you real?" And then the other guy went, "I think I am." And then John Descartes like showed up from nowhere, and he's like, "That's actually pretty good, like solid evidence." And they were like, "John Descartes?" Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. What do I hope to learn? I hope to learn something good and meaningful and stuff I've never thought about. So, what is my major? I'm undecided at the current moment, and I'm in concurrent enrollment. I also think I want to major in political science, maybe, and maybe a minor in philosophy. I've been thinking a lot about that. Either a minor in philosophy or a minor in business. I'm not really sure right now. What do I like about my major? Nothing at the current moment. I'm so undecided. I don't know. Like, I don't like anything about it. But how do I believe it will better my life? Well, if we're going like the political science route, I like learning about things that can help me have like an interesting career, and I think it's gonna help me get a good job at the very least. I don't know. My favorite meal. I don't have a favorite meal. My favorite meal is popcorn. I love popcorn. I love popcorn so much. And then my favorite ice cream is a Neapolitan because I really like vanilla. I like chocolate. I like strawberry. I really couldn't pick like which one I like more. My favorite snack. Gotta go with popcorn again. I'm sorry. My favorite hobby. I like to read and I like to draw. Like those are some things I really like to do. So where is my dream house location? It would have to be in El Paso, Texas. The reason why, I have a lot of family there. So I like it, you know? So my superpower, I would want the power to make money. And I know that's so materialistic, but like literally I don't want any like superpowers. Like I don't think like that really benefits me in any way. I mean it would, I guess, but like I feel like you know like in like TV shows when they like find out someone has a superpower and then they're like, "Oh, hell nah." And we got to like poke and prod at them and like they'll put me in like a lab and like I'll live there for the rest of my life. I don't really want that. My three wishes in life, I want money and I wish I could be athletic cuz I actually kind of like I'm not that athletic, but I wish I was more, you know, so I could like be out and about, and I also want to have a good life. How do I define success? I define success by happiness and status. Like, if I'm happy, that means I'm living a life like well, so I'm successful in that aspect. And if I'm doing well for myself, like I have a good job, people respect me, people look up to me, and I have a good status, that means like I'm successful as well. What do I think the purpose of life is? I don't really think there's a purpose of life. Like I feel like it just depends on the person, but for me, I think, and this is just for everybody generally, I think okay, sorry. I think the purpose of life is to find something for you that makes you happy. Cause I don't want to like be bleak and be like, oh, like the purpose of life is to eat, sleep, shit, and die. Like that's not me. You know what I mean? Like I don't want that. Like I think that's I don't like it when people act like that. So I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's that necessarily. So what's one music album that I would want to have with me? It's Siempre es Hoy by Gustavo Cerati. And it's because he has a lot of good music in this album and I actually really like it. Like there's a song called Fantasma, Vivo. I don't know, I really like them. And what three movies would you want to be stuck with if I was in an island? So the first one is Big Time Adolescence, and it's about this guy and this like super senior type guy, and they're like best friends or whatever, but like he has to realize like this friend isn't good for him and so like he has to leave with him and that kind of resonates with me. Like I had a friendship like that, so I really like that movie. The next one is Honora. So I love this movie because the guy she gets with is so hot. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like oh my god, it was so romantic. I loved it. And the second or the third one is Flower, and it's about this girl and she like gets a stepbrother and she like falls in love with the stepbrother, which pause, I know that sounds weird, but it's a good movie. But then they try to like frame this guy for being a pedophile, but like he's actually a pedophile, but he's not, but way he is, like it's kind of like I don't know, but then they kill him on accident. So it's a pretty cool movie. I think it's really fun. Okay, so for these three books, oh my gosh. Okay, so the first one is My Dark Vanessa, and it's about this girl and she gets groomed, and I thought it was really interesting. Like, I thought it was well written. The second one is about Natasha Cambush, and she was kidnapped for like 3,096 days, and she was like 8 years old when the guy like first kidnapped her. And I can't remember if they were like romantically like involved, but I think like at the very end they were, and I thought that was super creepy and disgusting. And the way she like left was like crazy. Like she literally had like a split second decision and she like ran out of a van when he wasn't looking. It was crazy. And then the third one is Paris Hilton, the memoir. And I know this girl seems like super like privileged or whatever, but she had to go to these like camps. It's for like troubled teens, like the troubled teen industry, and like she was literally like in a room like solitary confinement, like they wouldn't give her food. Like one time she tried to run away and they found her again. Like it was crazy. So I thought that was really interesting. And then what is my biggest fear? My biggest fear right now is failing school and not making enough money to do what I want. Because if I fail school right now, I'll become a super senior and that's super embarrassing and I don't want that to happen to me. What drives me to get up in the morning? So honestly, I could tell you like something like motivational, like oh my god, like I just want to do good for. No, I just don't want my parents to yell at me, cause sometimes like I'll feel lazy and I'll just not want to go to class or something, and like my dad will literally like storm in my house or like my room and be like, you better get up. Like one time he like threw water at me, so like I just don't want that to keep happening to me. Do I write in a journal? Sometimes, not really. Like, sometimes I'll like write things down that happen, not really about my feelings or nothing. And I like to do this because I have like a bad memory. I forget things really easily. But I want to look back at like moments in my life, and like I can't really do that because I don't like to take photos really, and I don't like to take video recordings. So I feel like writing it down would help me out more or less. And like I wish I could do it more, but I don't really. Okay. I want to be remembered as a good and important person. Like, I want people to think, like, I was a nice and kind person. Like, I don't want to be mean to people. But I also kind of want to be important. Like, not necessarily, like, the biggest person in the world type thing, but, like, just, like, I had a good job. You know what I mean? If there were no barriers, I would be, like, an entertainer or, like, an artist. Like, I don't know, like, even, like singing or being an author or being like anything. I don't know. I love to like write, create and do stuff like that. And then a service I can provide is I can make bracelets and I can clean. I can clean very good, I think. Not like my own house, but like at work, I'm really good at cleaning. And if I wrote a book, I would make it about my struggles, like being a bad kid and like getting suspended, and also about having friends like who are like not like bad people, but like they just make a lot of questionable decisions and like being unable to help. And yeah, I significant challenges. Okay, so I'm like kind of unable to connect with people and not like in an emo way neither. Like I just I don't know, like I have a hard time like communicating and understanding people, and like so I just like I don't have a lot of like not like I have a lot of acquaintances and stuff, but I don't really have like a lot of close friends. So what is my go-to coping skill? Crying. I feel crying like just helps me feel better. So it helps out. When do I feel most comfortable being my authentic self? It's when I'm alone, and I struggle to be myself when I'm with people who like make fun of me or like are very critical of me. Like if they make fun of me like once or twice or like whatever, it's like funny, like for sure. But like if they're very critical of me and like they hit me where it hurts, like I find it hard to like really be myself. Accomplishments in life. I got a scholarship at my church and it was for $500 and I bought my computer with it. I'm a straight A and B student and I've taken a lot of college classes during high school, which I think has helped me. And like a personal goal of mine, I made a bunch of art. Like I've been drawing, I've been writing, yeah, just a lot. And what do you think books can do for you? Okay, so I think books make you smarter and I think they make you more empathetic, and I think it kind of correlates cuz in my comp 2 class last year, she like had us read a paper about like this study where like she said it was kind of about attention spans too, but it was more like if you like consume um like longer forms of media, you gain a lot more empathy because you're watching or reading or like seeing it through the lens of someone else. And I think that technically, I feel like being empathetic makes you smarter because you like understand more about people. And then my highest English comp completed is comp 2 with Professor Betzmer. And one thing about me that you would not be able to know is that I can sing death metal. And while I could do it right here, right now, I just don't think that's a good idea. So I'm not gonna do it. And is there anything else you want me to tell you? No. That's it. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.